What up, nation? Welcome to an NBA Wise Take DFS podcast. I'm your host, Paulie D, and I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Cashin DFS. How's your night going, Cash?
I don't know. It's
You haven't looked?
I got a lot of this late game. Well, it's not looking very good in the first quarter.
Did you have any Giannis?
No,
Did you have Siakam?
no,
Did you have Jeff Teague?
no.
Okay. Well, those were the three best plays of the night so far. Yeah, I didn't do very well either.
I didn't like.
Killed me.
I didn't like Giannis. But the other two was. I loved Siakam, but he's chalk.
Yeah, he was popular, but he went nutty. I think right now, actually, Giannis is the highest scorer. Drummond did all right. Cat did all right. I kind of was disappointed by both of them, and we'll see how these late games go. But I'm hoping for min cashes at this point.
How did Marcus Smart do? That's my question.
He did good. He got around 30-ish, 30-something.
Faded him.
Yeah. Marcus Morris did bad. Gordon Hayward did well. Al Horford did well. Jason Tatum did well. Wanamaker did not.
I played Arcia did not get no.
He got about 30. He was one of the better value plays out there. But this is the last day before the All-Star break. 3-game slate. Unfortunately, I wish they could have given us at least 2 more. You know, they could have taken 2 off of this slate and moved them over, but it is what it is. We've got Charlotte going to Orlando. It's a 3-point spread, 215 total. We got the Knicks on a back-to-back taking on Atlanta. Atlanta's a 7-point favorite, 224 total. And then OKC at New Orleans. OKC is a 3-point favorite, 237 total. So not even very good games, even for like TV. Not sure what they were thinking with their scheduling. And then we got a week off. We don't come back till next Thursday. So get it in, and then it's the Daytona 500 on Sunday and golf tomorrow.
I got a lot of golf teams to build.
Yeah, I'm getting in on golf. I'm gonna do the dailies every day, just with no basketball. That's all I got. But let's jump into the slate. We'll get this over with, and ride out the beginning of a week vacation, essentially. You're gonna do FanDuel. I'll do the DraftKings point guard. What you like?
Well, I just saw that Paul George is more expensive than Russell Westbrook. You gotta like Russell Westbrook in New Orleans. It's just a matter of
how much is
Paul New Orleans. What?
How much is Paul George? He's over 12?
12.5.
Wow. Okay.
Russ is 12.4. So yeah, I like that personally, but New Orleans is bad. They suck. And AD hasn't been so well since his return. They're gonna need him today. I do like Russ, no doubt about that, but I think I like Kemba a little more for the savings, and being a Magic fan, I know that Kemba destroys us throughout his career, pretty much every time he plays us. And I love that Zeller's back. Right when Zeller came back, I love Kemba again. So I do like him.
Is he still over 10K on FanDuel?
He is well over 10K today, 10.7.
Wow. Okay.
Trae Young. I've been on that. I've been on him recently, but I don't particularly like 8-4. But this is definitely a good game to target because both these teams suck. But I would much rather save the money on DSJ over Trae Young. DSJ is probably my favorite point guard above 6K on FanDuel.
Yeah, not a ton of options.
There's only 4 of them. Yeah.
Russ is 11-6 on DK. He's totally fine. Kemba's 9-2. I think I prefer Kemba as well. He's just on a streak of 5 games in a row over 50, and I think that'll continue. Trae Young, he's got no backup right now. He's going to get a ton of minutes. He's 8-1 on DraftKings, though. That's, not attractive. I'm with you. I'd rather pay 6-5 for DSJ against Atlanta. Should have a ton of peripherals tomorrow, and he's just getting a ton of minutes and a ton of usage. So I would say Dennis Smith Jr., Kemba, my top 2 above, and that's all we got. What do you got? You know what? We don't even got to cut it off. Just do the whole positions from now on. It's too small of a slate.
I mean, DJ Augustine is all right, but I can't stand playing him because I think he sucks. But he's definitely all right for this 3-game slate. Khadeem Allen, I like for sure. His minutes have been up the last 3, taking a lot of shots, so I like him. I would rather save $1,000 on him than play DJ Augustine. And then that's probably it down there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing a ton either. DJ Augustine's an option at 4-4. Like you said, I don't really love that. Alonzo Trier is 3,300. I think he balled out today. Yeah, 19 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers at 33. You'll take that. I don't mind him. But that's really it. I don't think I'm going to come down here for value very much. I think I'm going to stay up in those 2 studs we talked about. Move us over to shooting guard.
Drew Holiday. I mean, they just got their ass whipped by the Magic. But, I don't know. I mean, I like him. He's 9K. They're definitely going to need him if they're going to have any chance in this game. It is at home, so I like the game more as if it was in OKC. He's just 9K, and that's a lot. If I played him, I definitely wouldn't play AD. But that's it. I don't particularly play Jeremy Lamb very often, and I pretty much never play Evan Fournier because I would much rather play Terrence Ross. Holiday is the only option above 6. Below 6, I do like Terrence Ross. Oh man, Huter might miss, huh? He's probable though.
Yeah, probable.
He's too expensive. No, his price came down a little bit. I think he's like 5-7 the other day against the Lakers. 5-3, I don't mind that. Just gotta make sure the ankle is okay. Kent Bazemore is pretty much gonna be the backup point guard. Like it's pretty much the only option they have. But they refuse to play him any minutes. Trier, he's okay at 3-7 if you want to punt one. He's nothing safe about him. He loves to suck after he plays well, so probably gonna suck tomorrow. It is Atlanta. He is 3-7, and it is a 3-game slate.
Check. Yeah, I mean, Drew Holiday is probably going to be really low owned, so he's interesting. But I definitely don't like his price on FanDuel, though. He could outscore this position by a lot, especially if he has a really good game. So he's definitely, on the list of guys I want to consider just because of ownership, the size of the slate, and the position, especially like on FanDuel. There's just not many. He could outscore even with a bad game by 10 or 15. So he's definitely interesting. I'm with you. I don't really like Lamb, Fournier, Ross all that much tomorrow.
Which one do you like the most out of those 3 in that game?
Probably Jeremy Lamb. He's probably going to get the most shot attempts, the most minutes. Took 22 shots last game. He's gone over 30 in 3 of his last 4, including a 53. Rebounding, peripherals. So probably Lamb out of those guys. And then probably Ross, since Fournier just had a pretty good game. I'd probably jump on Ross against Charlotte. But I'll probably go, either double low or Holiday and a punt. I'd probably go right back to Bazemore. He's low enough where you could drop his score if he sucks. I hope that they increase his minutes, and he's getting that backup point guard run. So on top of the steals and blocks, he should get a handful of assists, and hopefully he just does some scoring. Just, the minutes have been annoying. And being the last game before the All-Star break, I don't see them really extending him too much more. So he's got to do a lot in 20 minutes. On DraftKings, you could try Antoine Moore at 3,900. He was back in the starting lineup, played 26 minutes, got 26 DraftKings points. I don't love that, but we don't have a ton. That's really it, man. Not a ton to like. I guess Kevin Huerter at 4,900 against the Knicks, I don't mind either.
Yeah.
Not much.
His minutes are pretty safe.
Yeah, he's probably outside of Collins and Young, probably the third highest minute guy on their team. Move it over to small forward. You playing Paul George?
Yeah, it's Paul George over Westbrook for me. Still, I don't give a damn if he's a little more expensive. This guy continues to ball out of control. He just constantly putting up 30 real points, over 30 real points every single day. Pretty amazing what he's doing. Not many people are talking about it. James Harden, they were all on his nuts when he's scoring all these points, but James Harden was doing it by himself. He was a one-man show. Paul George plays on the court with Russell Westbrook constantly, and he's still just out of his mind. I love the matchup. I love him. I love that he's more expensive than Russ because he's been popular, and his price continues to rise. Just let it keep rising. I'll keep playing this guy constantly. I love the matchup. He can get a lot of steals here. If his outside shot is on, he could explode. So I love it. Jonathan Isaac, the guy is here.
He's good.
He's here. Yeah. Towards the beginning of the season, and this guy sucks. He didn't suck. He's just young. He don't get enough minutes. This guy is playing really well right now. So his price also continues to rise. 6'8".
Wow.
I do like the matchup against Charlotte. I'm not in love with the price, but he has 40 in him, definitely. I probably would rather play Williams for New Orleans, but I think more often than not, Isaac's going to outscore him here, but I do like Williams, especially if AD something is wrong with him or whatever. He's been terrible. Kevin Knox is kind of too expensive for me because I think he really sucks, but he does play a lot of minutes, takes a lot of shots, so he's definitely in play. I mean, this position is pretty deep. Like, Taurine Prince is an okay option. Batum is an okay option. Bembry was uber chalked the other day. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I could believe it, but I thought it was a terrible play. He was just min price, and he didn't do shit. Glad I didn't play him. Darius Miller, both of them are decent options. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. The position is Grant still out, or is Grant gonna go? It says out. I don't know if he's gonna play or not, but probably not. Been the last day before All-Star break.
Yeah.
So that would mean that I never played Patrick Patterson. So I would think Nader is a decent punt, but he's going to be bad more often than not. But he is a good player. If he gets on the court, if it turns to a blowout, anything like that, he could be good.
And it could. It certainly could. Yeah, I mean, 10-7 for Paul George. The guy's, on a similar tear as James Harden, honestly. Like 47, 45, 27, 39, 37, 43, 37, 36. Those are raw points just scoring in the last 8 or 9 games. And usually getting double-digit rebounds.
His last couple games under 30, it's been in great matchups. One of them, I know he got in foul trouble. The other one was against Memphis. I don't know what happened there, but he didn't play a lot of minutes. It's just every day the guy is
he's awesome. He's taking almost 30 shots a game. Like, you play him for sure. You can play him and Russ on this slate, but I'd probably want to have a stud from New Orleans too if I'm doing that. And I think I'm going to avoid Russ because he's going to be mega popular. Go Paul George, Kemba, something like that. That's my initial thoughts. After that, Jonathan Isaac. I love that he's taken like 9 threes, 8, 7 the last 3 games. That on top of all the peripherals against Charlotte, team that doesn't rebound. I like him a lot at 5'8". I don't mind Kevin Knox. Huge minutes against Atlanta. He should do well. He got into foul trouble tonight. He did posterize Ben Simmons, which was pretty cool. Taurine Prince is another Hawk that you can consider. Did decent last game. Nick Batum is 4,500 on DraftKings. I actually think you can play him tomorrow. The minutes
playing well.
Really solid. He has been playing well except for last game. And on this slate, a guy like that will probably be pretty low owned, get you 6x or more, and you'll be happy with that. So I do like him. And that is probably it on the way down. Yeah, nothing else really below that. Yep. All right, move it over to power forward.
I definitely agree with what you just said, that if you played George and Russ the other day together, they could have took you to the top of tournaments if you had good plays around them. Because Russ went for like 58, 60, something like that, and Paul George just went bananas. And they could definitely do that again, but probably want Drew at least. I don't know if I can say AD. Because damn, he's been really bad.
DraftKings is.
Probably 10-5.
No.
Lower?
Lower.
It's in the 9s? What, 9-5? 9. See,
what's he on FanDuel?
11-5. I mean, a big piece of me wants to play him. Like, my whole body wants to play him.
Me too. I'm playing him. I mean, I played him last game. He was horrible, and I think he bounces back. I think if he does well, the game can stay close. And I'm going back at 9K on DraftKings, absolutely, but probably on FanDuel too.
Yeah, I think that he's going to be more popular on DraftKings because that price is just that's Anthony Davis. Like, he's 11-5. I mean, he hasn't been great since coming back, but the last game was really bad. Like, the last game was more of an outlier. Like, he could come and struggle and still put up a 50, and that's not going to kill you on a 3-game slate.
No.
Especially at 9K. At 11-5 is not what you want, but it ain't going to kill you. I like him. Of course, I mean, one's all about outscoring the position. Like, John Collins puts up 20s on the regular at the moment. And Aaron Gordon could always suck, and he would take away from Julius Randle. He could double every single person in this power forward position on FanDuel. So I do like it. I love this coming off a terrible game. I just wish it was on a bigger slate because 3 games. Yeah. I mean, it's 3 games.
He's still gonna be more owned than he would on like 7.
Yeah. If you fade him, I think Julius Randle is a pretty good play too. He's okay. Noah Vonleh, like,
no.
God, it's just falling off of a cliff.
They're not playing him. He started, only played 17 minutes today. Like, you can't.
He's really cheap. I mean, you can in tournaments, but you can't do it if you're just making 1 or 2 teams. I don't think so. And outside of that, Spellman is a decent punt on FanDuel because you can't drop him. We know that in certain scenarios he can come in and play 25 minutes and get you 30 fantasy points. So it's all right.
Yep. Let me just see something. Cornette played 28 minutes tonight. All right.
I was wondering about him. What do you think?
I don't really like him, but if he's going to get minutes, anyone against Atlanta is kind of in play if they're getting minutes. So he's in play. He's got to be really cheap on DK because I don't even see him. He is 3,200 on DraftKings, so Luke Cornett is in play, but we'll get there. I think John Collins is a phenomenal play, 7-7 against the Knicks. He should do all that he wants. I'm not. I'm staying off Julius Randle. I really think he's playing a little injured. I haven't been impressed with what he's been doing. Um, I'm not playing Aaron Gordon because I think Jonathan Isaac is just taking all of his usage away. Um, I guess you could take a look at Jeremy Grant at 5,100, but I'm really not into playing the other pieces on OKC at this point. Dwayne Dedman is 5K. It's like okay, his minutes really don't get over 25 all that often, but against the Knicks, decent. This is an ugly slate.
How much is John Collins on DK?
7-7.
8-2.
Yeah.
He's only a tournament play.
Yeah, I would agree. Luke Cornett is in play on DraftKings at 3,200. Especially if like someone gets ruled out for the Knicks tomorrow, like Vonleh or DeAndre Jordan or something, then he'd be an awesome play. Ken Birch, I think you can punt on FanDuel. I guess at 3-3, you could take a shot as well. Maybe Vooch or someone gets into foul trouble or the game blows out, but it's nothing that I love. Let's move it over to center.
Patrick Patterson shouldn't be in the NBA.
No.
Vooch, love him. He's just dominant. His minutes have been down 3 games in a row, but if the game is close, the Orlando Magic coach, really wants to win this game. He came from Charlotte. I know that he wants to win this game more than any other game because no games really matter for the Magic. They suck. So this is like a playoff game for a coach, and Vooch is his best player. So I do like that. Steven Adams, if Grant is out, like he could play a few more minutes in the close game. I do love the matchup, but he hasn't really been doing much lately, and he's been playing a lot. Normally does.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan is just not getting enough minutes. Like the Knicks want to lose, so why put a good player on the court? He's just not getting enough minutes. He's only 6K, so he's worth a shot because it is Atlanta. If for some reason coach gets a bug up his ass, like, okay, we're going to win this game, which I doubt. This is Zion sweepstakes.
Yeah, they don't try to win it all. Like, no change. No. What's Mitchell Robinson's price compared to DeAndre Jordan?
Mitchell Robinson, he's 5'4".
5'4". He went bonkers
so
today.
600 less.
28 minutes, 4 blocks, 2 steals, 13 boards, 14 points. Like 40-something FanDuel points today.
Yeah, and he has like 30 fantasy points, like 4 games previous to that, I believe, on FanDuel.
Yeah.
So I would probably rather play him with a little bit of savings. His price is coming up. Like he was down in the low 4s. But, I mean, Zeller's okay. He's just kind of expensive. Not going to play a ton of minutes. I mean, all these guys are just okay. It's just Vooch is just the best option. I expect him to be very, very, very popular tomorrow on FanDuel for sure.
What's the price?
10-5.
10-5.
He's just a constant 50 burger machine.
Yeah,
it's just he's
awesome. He's one of the more underrated players in the league. He's 10K on DraftKings. I think he's in play. I think my initial thoughts are I want Paul George and AD more than him, but he'd probably be the next stud that I want. Then it just like falls off a cliff down to Cody Zeller at 4,800, which I think is similar to Batum, fairly safe, especially if the game stays close. Mitchell Robinson is 4,100. I think you play him over DeAndre Jordan. And you said Jeremy Grant could be out?
Yeah, he missed the last game with an ankle. I think he's already ruled out, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then maybe you try a punt with Nerlens Noel. I would probably do that without a ton of other guys, hoping the game blows out early and he gets like a lot of additional run late if Grant is out. Alex Len is 3,600 on DraftKings. He hasn't been getting a ton of minutes. You could do that. He's in a good spot, but it's really Zeller, Mitch Robinson, and Vooch at this position that I'm interested in. That's really it. There's not. This is
the best
3-game slate.
The best thing to do is on FanDuel, at least right now for me, is play Vooch or go all the way down to Noel or Lynn.
On it, yeah,
and just pray.
yeah, or just you really just hope that Vooch has like a down game, goes for like 40, and you're winning that position just by punting it. And that's really like what the builds are going to come down to tomorrow is game scripts. Like, you're going to want to say, all right, I'm going to build one as if Orlando blows out Charlotte and you don't play the studs in that game and you load up your lineup with the other two, those kind of approaches. We'll see what kind of line movement we get. Let's attempt to do some top threes. Before we do that, after the break, we are going to be launching the early bird special on the MLB package, which is right around the corner. Just waiting for Machado and what's his name from Washington, Harper, to sign so that the rest of free agency can finish. Like all these teams are basically just on hold, not doing anything because everyone doesn't want to use the money that they need for those guys. But I would assume over the next couple of days, those start to kind of round into place. Really pumped about baseball this year, so be on the lookout for that early bird discount. Top three. You do.
Did you see? I saw a report that Bryce Harper unfollowed the Washington Capitol players, the hockey team. Yeah.
That's funny though.
So I guess he's because he did that. Top three point guard on FanDuel is GSJ for sure. And then I would say Kemba over Russell, but they're both very good options. And then I like Khadeem Allen with his extra minutes right now. It's Atlanta. He's taking a lot of shots while he's out there. He's on 4K.
Yep. It's going to be Kemba. It's going to be Dennis Smith Jr. And I'm going to say Alonzo Trier because he's 900 cheaper than Khadeem, but either one of those two. Shooting guard?
Shooting guard's pretty tough. I mean, it's hard not to just put Drew Holiday in the number one spot, but I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to afford him. But he is the number one option. There's no doubt about that. Then I'll say Terrence Ross. And then I don't know. It's between Bazemore and Trier, but I'll say Kent Bazemore. I don't really like it though. Like the guy can't get 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's frustrating, especially like the day before the break. I don't see them extending them too much more.
I retract that. Dennis Schroeder. I think he's gonna be out. Oh, shit, he's out. He was only out for personal reasons, but he's out again. Never mind. Damn it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. He's out. They've been playing this Burton kid lately. I don't know why. Give me Nick Batum. Give me Drew Holiday, and give me Kent Bazemore. Small forward.
You think that they could give Burton over 25 minutes 2 games in a row?
I mean, I guess. Why would?
Because he produced that game. That's for sure. Small forward. It's Paul George. Kenrick Williams, Jonathan Simmons, the top 3 guys.
All right. Jonathan Simmons? You mean Jonathan Isaac?
I mean, Jonathan Isaac, yeah. Jonathan Simmons. Where did he go? Didn't he go to Philly? Or where did he go?
He's on Philly.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Paul George for sure. He's the top stud to pay up for. Jonathan Isaac and Jeremy Lamb. Power forward.
AD. I would do that with caution, but it's AD. Oh God Almighty! I mean, I gotta say John Collins, but been bad. I will say that, and you can never trust his minutes. Um, Played okay against the Lakers though. I'll say him, and then I will say. I don't know, man. I hate the New York Knicks coach so much. I would say Spellman, but whatever. Yeah, Spellman.
All right, AD 9K, definitely playing that. I don't care. I'm actually disappointed they priced him there because he's going to be more popular than he should. I actually like him more on FanDuel, to be honest. Kevin Knox, and I'll take a stab at Luke Cornett at 3-3. Center?
You should. That's too cheap.
Yeah, that's too cheap.
Vooch, Mitchell Robinson, Nerlens Noel.
Yep. It's going to be Vooch, John Collins, and Mitchell Robinson over here. Ugly 3-game slate they send us off on. If you're watching on YouTube, iTunes, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Podbeam, all those platforms, do us a solid. Hook it up, like, share, support, help the Wise Take Nation grow. We really appreciate it. Cashman, anything you want to say about this slate before we dip on out?
No, I can't wait for golf tomorrow. Can't wait to go build my 40 teams by hand.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a good golf slate. Back to normal, one course, normal cut, star-studded field. Check out the content. And that is all, man. Enjoy the week off. We'll be back strong. Next few weeks right after the break is still some good NBA time. And then it starts to get ugly as we get into our final weeks when most teams have nothing to play for. So right after the break, we're going to go hard and heavy until we get to baseball. For the Cashman, for myself, for the nation, we are out. Peace.
Yes.